Judex Nouvellette, hereby declare, people of Fontain, your sins are forgiven.
What was that bright light? Some sort of misdirect?
It's time to end this.
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. We should seize the opportunity to pursue our traveler. Now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice, the root of the calamities befalling Fontain. Come with me, traveler. Find a way to attack it from within. I shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power with you. I shall look for an opening together. I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility. Devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility. Chance will present itself.
Adventure time! Off we go!
Lightning flash!
I have granted you my protection. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its roots from within.
Locked on! Locked on!
One with nature.
Locked on! Mozart!
A worthy fight.
Wind knows. As one with wind and cloud! hold on to your hats. Teamwork is dreamwork!
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but it was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't... Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into one another earlier than I thought. What a blunder. I suppose I'll have to swing my sword 3 million times as penance.
That power.
Paimon has an idea. From what she... It's just that he has the impression that she...
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without... So you may speak to me as equals. I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cool. All in all, it...
Miss Skirk?
The point be...
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed... So what sort of person is your master? Well, child's masters...
Oh, right. So you don't know. His name is Sertologi.
Huh?
I am unfamiliar.
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous. How should I describe him then?
The foul?
Still nothing?
Ooh, that one we've heard. Rhine-Doctor's part of the Hexen Circle. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. But I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhine-Daughter. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Wait, didn't you also mention a visionary person? Paimon didn't quite catch...
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you that the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you. Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the Fontain back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos. In other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
What?
Not to worry. Focalor has already managed to deceive.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontain be washed away.
Hey! Help! Over here! initiate emergency rescue! Hurry! Hey, lend a hand! Look! The water's receding! It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong! The prophecy was wrong!
Are you alright?
Yeah.
We're saved. The prophecy was wrong.
The soil renewed. Old soil skyship with the various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have suddenly become a shield over the Institute. With Jurier turning out to be a once-over... People always call the first researcher mad, but few know what to call the second. And... Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the report.
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The value for these big scoop. Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a...
Paimon's curious too!
And that's exactly why I'd like you...
Are you?
Oh, this time... Navia! Oh, it's you.
Hey, we're just having a...
I'm here to update myself. Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garunt Snezhevich. He represented the Knave in sending us... Our residents are hard at work as well.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report?
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it...
That would be fine.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
We finished laying down the construction materials.
Huh? You're here?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Farina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision-makers.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know...
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that.
I see you're... Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take a few more photos of me. Of course I will. I'm not gonna let him off that easy. All right, then
How did it go? Was it a good shot?
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots. All right, that should do it. I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to... Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might eventually get that interview with you after... Wow, you really...
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Meripede.
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me make a guess.
That's a very complete information chain.
In truth, all Monsieur Neuvillette asked me was, when did the Fortress become so friendly towards the media? I told him that it was best not to speak too soon. There's no guarantee that Ridesley will make a personal appearance.
You're right. I've got to treasure every moment I have with them. In which case, I'll be...
Stay safe now. And tell me if you hear anything interesting.
Wow, guess we're here again, huh? There's a real nostalgic feeling to this.
Looks like you've been missing us.
Dude! Did you...
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and our dear Miss Charlotte, whom our good head nurse...
It's an honor to finally meet...
No need to thank me. But that said, I shouldn't...
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
Hey, no need... Miss Charlotte, do these
It would seem that Miss Lorvine doesn't want her face to appear beside that of Mr.
Sir, please don't say things like that.
But it looks like dear Mr. Jurier denies it. Might this interview be very important to you?
No, I just... This is my first time being interviewed.
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet Mr. Edwin once. And I'll be honest, I enjoyed chatting with you more. You've definitely got more of that genius vibe going on. The boat that brought about a miracle, the ark that saved the people. Why, you recreated a myth back there, like an emissary of legend. Still, if I might ask, where's that flying ship now?
Huh! Looks like Charlotte's trying to get herself another exclusive scoop.
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory. I'm afraid it won't be easy for you to get a shot of it.
Really? Well, then in that case...
You already know my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead. Or
Did you really have to use the word couple? Well, then, 2 solo photos will do.
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone help me have a look.
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to
see...
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Why don't you, take some sure.
Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at...
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone some changes.
Other than that flying ship, it got a tad too much attention.
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward the behind-the-scenes heroes. Am I right, Mr. Jurier? Miss Lorvine?
You're too kind, sir.
I see. Lots of things happened that day, huh? Anyway...
He sure did win them over, huh?
I'll tell them that there's good news and bad...
Oh.
What change can there be? The Fortress will keep chugging along, and so will my duties. As to what Miss Farina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
Hey, everyone. The photo shoot's done.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go.
There'll be a next time?
Maybe. Who knows? I might write a story about the underwater factory next time. All right. Last stop, the docks. Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Linny and the others after working together. Apparently, they've been at the dock.
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte, too.
Would you like a magic pocket?
What sort of gadget is it?
It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. The water level has returned to normal, but if you see any of your things floating around, you can use this to carry them. Or you could trick a friend into doing it for you.
Trick a friend? I wonder which of my friends would fall for...
You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
Is this what you meant by, I'll help you make some more?
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your...
Lynette sure is working hard to help Fremine social.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic shows.
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pear as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future, I think we can leave underwater escape magic to him too.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out. Every journey begins with the first step. He'll become a part of our show eventually.
Lynette, could you come over?
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of... Father says that you did a great deal during the...
That's all right.
Oh, I guess you... After Lady Farina left, Father and Monsieur Neuvillette opened negotiations, during which he gave Fontaine's gnosis to her as a
diplomatic gift?
Yes, I was quite surprised at first. It could have been done as an apology for the... Furthermore, Father did also lend significant aid to Fontaine.
That's true, but this is a gnosis...
I would agree, but I've also...
So there's some reason for this that...
I suspect you'll have to ask him about...
Isn't he real busy and stuff? But back to the...
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds. I hear that the recent disaster really did a number on his health.
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of run-ins with the Fatui.
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Father!
Well, what do you know?
Are you going to take the gnosis back?
That is our duty as Harbin. Don't be too preoccupied with sides. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire world. Switching my masks is something I've always done. Well, that depends on many things. No one truly knows what the future... As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners. A vision? All right.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh?
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken...
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians. The sea breeze is quite pleasant.
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled...
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, Traveler, Paimon, you take one too.
To move things about?
That's right. I guess this must be... All right, then.
Well, guess we sent Charlotte, huh? Shall we go see how Neville's doing? As long as he's not so busy.
clap!
Get out of here!
Fallen leaves, adorn my no-
Let's run! Bullseye!
Knock him down.
Lightning flash!
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah! Yeah! Bullseye! Locked on! Locked on!
Wind strike!
Take this!
Open fire!
Hold on to your hats.
I always bounce back. Just watch me.
Into the wind!
Everybody stand back! Bullseye!
Clouds high. The birds come. One with nature.
Get out of here! Out of the way! Take me up! Fire in the hole! Yeah! Let's run! Locked on! Open fire! Bullseye! Yeah!
Halloween thunder! The wind knows me.
Let's light it up! Locked on! Open fire! Ha! Bullseye! Open fire!
Knock him down.
Locked on!
As one with wind and cloud.
Huh? Let's run! Open fire! Locked on! Adventure time! Take me up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
nature.
So, you really are here, Neuvillette. Kinda didn't think you were going to have free time this
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to greet me earlier. In any case, you came at a good time.
Aw, Paimon's glad they... Alright, let's have it then. How was Fontaine act...
It is strange how words can often...
Whoa. So that's what happened? Focalor destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a foot. But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontaine.
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control. Fontainians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to... But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontainians became true humans, and thus would naturally...
Focalor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Yeah, and in a manner of speaking, Focalor...
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. I have investigated his case along many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young. There, by chance, he awakened the all-devouring narwhal. But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough to consider him the root cause of the disaster. As for the judgment passed by the Oratrice during the trial, whether it was due to that liability by association or Focalor deliberately using him to buy time for us on the assumption that he would be able to hold the creature off.
Guess Focalor had... hang on a second. Paimon said back when Fontainians hadn't yet become real humans, were the children they had also transformed?
Life has always flowed like water. Do you recall how Fontainians would often come to the Fountain of Lucine to pray for children?
Yeah, Lynette said the fountain is where all the waters in Fontaine...
In truth, even those couples did not know that such prayers were no mere custom, but instead a form of ritual. Those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would later descend as new humans in the coming months.
Paimon...
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Yeah, about...
Ah, Lady Farina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related to that title to me, before leaving the Opera House. I related Focalor's words to her faithfully and completely. After hearing them, she simply said that she was tired. Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the Opera House, not unlike how an ordinary person might.
But she's still got a...
You need not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for food, clothing, board, or travel. In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. The wear and tear on her spirit will, of course, take... But now that she no longer has to play the role of Focalor the Hydro Archon, she can finally lay down her burdens and lead a normal...
What about you then?
After Focalor passed on, the Oratrice also ceased to function. This matter will directly affect our trials. After much careful consideration, I've decided to take over its role in our court.
Looks like you're still considered...
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power... As such, before I attend to... Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem, which is that the Opera House shall no longer produce indemnitium.
That's true. That power was derived from the people's faith in the Hydro Archon. Wait, but the various mechs and machines in the city are all still okay?
As I am now, I have full command over New Musia, and it can serve as a complete substitute.
Wow. This ancient dragon's authorities...
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Oh, that's right!
Leaving aside their intentionality, their sole remaining goal in Fontain, the Oratrice has seen... As such, it has lost... If the Fatui have... Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. You will soon be heading to Natlan, I presume. I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide, so all I can do is tell you what... As far as I'm aware, Natlan can be said to be a nation...
A nation of dragons?
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome there. Unlike ancient dragons such as myself, the dragons of Natlan have undergone long years of development and evolution. Large numbers of them have entered a form of coexistence. Natlan is also the nation of war. War ravages those lands like a... There is one other piece of information I got incidentally from my negotiations with the harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his hat into the endless ring of war.
The Captain. Sounds like a real tough customer.
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Hang on a sec. Paimon, when we spoke to Linny earlier, we guessed that there might be some reason for it that only you were aware.
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence division. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting... In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Well, we're going to...
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here, so I'm no longer getting any interference. I can finally catch the scent of your power. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before.
I do not know what you...
Of course. You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes?
Remains? I've never...
According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a...
Well, that much is true. After Focalor's divinity faded, she handed her gnosis, but I fear I have never heard of it described in the...
I've been training with my master, the Fowl, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the information I possess, I got from him. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess... Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune. To prevent any disaster, to live in itself is a blessing.
What do you mean by...
No need to fret. These are just my...
This third descender you referred...
Master never mentioned them to me. If you're interested, though, I could ask him.
Next time, you believe we will meet again?
I do. Wait. I have a disciple of my own, don't I? He can be...
That's what she...
The remains of... So that's what the gnosis are.
All the same, assuming...
And she said that it would...
If she speaks the truth... I guessed that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did. That means that the gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible and... I wonder, does your body...
Like being able to use elemental... No, let's not... Comparing the Traveler to the dead third descender and all. That's what you say, but this...
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when...
All right.
Yes. All of
But...
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will. I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes, life flow, and what ultimately...
My processing speed. My perception has been heightened. Pry open the shells, squeeze a bit.
Perfect.
The only ones for the job? Huh.
All it asks us to do is to find the missing person.
Huh?
I came across this commission while reviewing our... It seems simple, but our records indicate with the reputation of the Adventurers Guild...
Well, that's us for sure.
If it proves to be beyond your capability...
Okay, so who are...
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village, but the problem is...
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name?
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It's besides, putting up a commission in any case.
All right then, let's go! I'm on starting...
Go! Water jet! Go! What?
the Eremites or the first time? All these how did a genie that big get into Dory's Fontaine's Linny's? I'm just out of a great way to deal. Linny's Fontaine's aquabuses are pretty cool. But imagine the Steamboat's head office is in Fontaine, right? Paimon wonders what stories make it into their